Alright, good day everybody, welcome to today's video. Heading back to the junkyard, pick up some more parts for the LS swap. Picking up things I probably don't need, but you never know if you do need them. Hope to get a new power steering bracket with power steering pump, the lines aren't cut off. This time I'm going with my wagon. Last time I brought a bucket and some tools, and it's quite the journey to get into the wrecked vehicles. My arms were a little sore by the time I got there. There's the beautiful LS engine right there. Soon, my friends, soon. We're just gathering up some parts right now. The Christmas season is right coming up, so that's why we're slowing down. I think I got enough stuff in there. Tomcat just chilling in his crib. He'll want to go inside pretty quick. There's the Cummins. Let's be the next project after this one. It's nice that the wrecking yard is like 10 minutes from my house. Here we are, pick and pull. Wonder how busy it's gonna be today. Alright, just leaving the wrecking yard. Pretty successful trip. Got a new power steering pump bracket. Start cleaning the stuff up, assembling it. Let there be heat. Let's take this bad boy up top here. Have a look at her. Clean her up a little bit. I think that's a 15 mil. It's a little bent up. Fix that up. I think I just really need to put this in the vise, flatten it out. I wasn't sure what was holding it on. I didn't realize there was another bracket behind. So I was prying on it with my pry bar, using almost retard strength. There we go. It's gonna be as good as new. So sitting there, trying to pry it off. I'm standing on like used tires and shit because they got all the vehicles up on homemade blocks and stuff. I didn't realize it was attached because my engine right here didn't have that bracket, but since we got it, might as well put her back on. When I was looking, get on there you damn socket, for a power steering pump slash bracket, this thing is still pissing out oil from I don't know where. All these idler bearings were a little on the dry side. Wonder if it's like a bearing or something I could change out. But it looks like it's got some sort of special retainer. Making sure threads are just a little bit dirty, that's for sure. Two power. There, that's better. Alright. Let's fit this thing back up. Getting all worried there for a second. I'm like, this bracket looked the same as the other one. You telling me it's not the same one though? I may have to look at, see if I can take this apart and powder coat it. I think that'd be alright. I'm just snugging her up. Alright. Get the alternator. Put this remand one in that I picked up. So it just weasel itself in there. Tap those. There we go. Use a brass punch. Now, the alternator should fit right in. Yes, sir. Probably these two shorter bolts. And of course, once you tighten them up, the alternator will sit in its resting position. If I would have known this at the junkyard, that this was already loose, it would have saved me a shit ton of struggle trying to cut it. Where's the one off my Jeep? Power steering. Because the Jeep is supposed to thread right in there, but I'll worry about that at a later time. I need to know if this belt I picked up at the wrecking yard fits. I have no idea how this thing is routing, but I can tell you right now, it's not the way it's supposed to go. I could just Google it and get myself an answer. That would take the fun out of it. And I'm assuming, no, even that still did not take up. Alright, so come up from here to here. We're just gonna fucking cheat. Sometimes it's just quicker to Google. So we come up around from here down to here, up through there, down through there. Whoa, whoa, easy there, Bessie. Easy there. I'm trying to, oh yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. Need to try to get the belt on, but I'm gonna slide it over this side first. All right. There we go. Don't need the belt on, but I just want to put it on. Now to go to this mess. I should probably take the computer out. Don't want to get damaged. Coil rails. Which way do these suckers go? And are they orientated to go a certain way? I think like that. I think the same on the other side. Skull bolt holder. I have a magnetic tray here somewhere. I just don't know where it is right now. I got a couple of them stuck somewhere. This last piece is gonna go right here. Oh, now this is where the fun begins. Need to start stretching this harness out, labeling everything so we can start making a standalone harness, getting rid of everything we don't need, everything we need. I need to figure out, since I'm deleting a bunch of things off the Jeep, can I tie in the electrical into the electrical panel or the fuse box in here? Like, can I utilize some of this stuff? You know, O2 sensor 16, I could probably tie into there. The ignition switch is in there. Fuel injectors, I could probably use that. You know, the starter relay, I could probably tie into that too. Bunch of those things. I need to figure all this out. It's gonna be a challenging part now. Domcats, what are we gonna do tonight? Are we just gonna cuddle on the couch? Is that what we're gonna do? I know. I know. You're such a cute kitty. Didn't take long. Mr. Tomcats is passed out. Belly rubs. Belly rubs. Is that your murder button? Is that your murder button? Lots of stuff, but I just need to focus on what we're doing. Otherwise, I'm going to get lost down the rabbit hole pretty quick here. So, let's grab this harness. And I know from the junkyard that this Y connection right here, let me just fish this over. This Y connection right here actually fits right in there. Got this white wire here. I don't think that's factory because it's tied into this no, this has been soldered in. Probably maybe it had a remote start. So where we're gonna start right now. So I got purple, red, green, light blue. Those should be my ignition controls. So purple is ignition control 1, red would be 7, where is 3? Light blue. Okay, so we know this side's on the right side, so I'm not gonna plug it in for real, just gonna set it in there. And then the injector control on this one is black. Let's find injector control number 1 is black. So that injector, this wire here will feed around somewhere. And then, how do these things work? And then plug in down there, I'm assuming, somehow. Just like that, push it in. And slide it down like that. I never played with these injector wires or connections before. Come on. Okay, perfect. And then injector 3, we got a pink and black. What's your control wire here? Injector number 3. Where are you hiding? Am I blind? Yeah, pink and black. So this is injector control number 3. Set that one into place. And then these ones here should just assume the position where they would go. Now on this side, let's put my sheets over here. course, we're gonna plug into that. Now, these are my injectors. Right down here, how would they go? There's an end plug. Oh, because it's a 3-wire. So that one's there. That one here, be the low oil pressure. Okay. Got a ground. These ones here will go down to my transmission. Okay, that part's settled. Now we need to figure out this now. Another grounding strap. So this weird one. This one here. Trying to feed this up. Okay, that one goes into there. This weird one goes into there. That will go into there, but that's not needed. I got one plug left. It's not for my application. Okay, that takes care of everything on this side. That's for the computer. Not exactly sure. That one will plug there. That takes care of that ground. These I'm going to assume will run along, but I still don't have a home for this plug. Injector control number 8 is dark blue and white. There's a dark blue and white. Okay, so that settles that. These will be our injectors going all the way down the line. Why don't you plug in? Why are you fighting me to the death? I wonder, MAF sensor plug-in. We got there 5 pins. 5 pins. Doesn't seem like it's the right plug though. I don't think anything on this is gonna stretch there unless that can't be it. No, it's not the right style of plug either. So I got the MAF sensor wire cut off at the junkyard. So it's this plug right here. So this has to go to the front. So this back inside the Jeep. So this one probably stretches across. All the bolts and then plugs it into right here, so that takes care of that. Those two go together? I don't think so. Oh, maybe they do. Okay, maybe that answers that, where that mystery setup is. Okay, seem to fit. I had to Google, but it appears that those turned out to be the knock sensor. So I wonder If I look on my sheet here, find knock sensor. Knock sensor front, dark blue. Knock sensor rear, light blue. Dark blue, light blue. There we go. That takes care of that. And some plugs coming off this harness. You've got your crankshaft position sensor right there. Let's look at the sheets. Try to find the wires. Crankshaft position sensor signal, blue and white. That's probably one of the ones that are cut off in this harness. It's probably these wires right here where it got sacrificed. Trying to find out the colors of those wires. On the crank position sensor, I think I have to go back to the wrecking yard because I think these are my O2 sensors because I don't have a plug that matches my O2 sensors. This goes down to the transmission. Lots of fun this is gonna be, trying to sort this all out. So I went to the wrecker once again to get some reference. This one here I was curious about, but that's if you have drive-by wire, and then it would connect right there. Picked up two O2 sensor wires right here, and I think this is where they gotta go. You're gonna have to trace the pin out back. I couldn't find out what those two little wires are. I gotta trace them back as well. This one here, which I was curious about, is for low coolant in the bottle. As far as what those ones are, these will be reference to the transmission. Yeah, there's no other, don't know what these ones are for. I have to get a wiring schematic and trace all this back. Well, I think it's motherfucking beer time now. I did all what I possibly can do. Just need to figure out the O2 sensor wires, check every connection with a meter. Once I start gutting it, got to make a list. What I need, what I don't need. Start playing the game, stripping her all down. Alright, for this motherfucking beer time, since it is winter, we're gonna rock this beer, Old Man Winter by Ribstone Creek Brewery. Got a cool little graphic right there of Old Man Winter. I look a little bit more presentable too since I got my hair cut. So anyways, motherfucking beer time. Cheers, everybody. Next step, I'm gonna start cutting down the harness, figuring all that shit out, figure out what I need to do in the Jeep. I want to try to utilize the fuse box in the Jeep, splice into that. Definitely will make things a little bit cleaner. We'll see how that's gonna play out though. Need to make a list, check it twice, see if this engine's gonna be naughty and nice. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Motherfucking beer time.